with me when I go on the road. I know it's swear. I put them on the tour bus, I put them on the airplane, whatever. On the days off, I go out in camouflage and I make my way around. I do what I call designer bicycle. I never have any plans to come home. I just head straight out. About 4 hours later, we call the taxi from the fucking hotel to come get us. I myself come from a little suburb in Southern California called Pasadena, California. The brothers do too. And back in the day when we used to play backyard parties and saloons and weddings and the nights of Pythias Hall and anybody who would have us, some who are still thinking about it. Back in the day, true story, my girlfriend Stanley actually drove an ice cream truck. Stan lived on Michigan Street, and it was called the Michigan Street Gang. And every second Saturday of the month, when Stan's mom would go to the Pasadena Rotarians meeting, we would wait until she left right after sundown, and then we would pull the ice cream truck into the backyard, park it next to her swimming pool, and throw away all the ice cream so we could use the freezer to keep the beer cold at the party that night. Maybe even more important, now that I'm thinking about it, more important than the actual party that we would play was the ritual that led up to the beginning of the party, which was about six houses down on Michigan Street at Kenny's. All right, let's admit it to each other. Finally, we're all adults now. We all had a friend named Kenny. You remember Kenny, who always seemed to live in a garage. Kenny, who always seemed to live in the basement or a loft above the garage. In this case, Kenny actually did exist. I'm getting sense memories now. 8 or 9 of us sitting around in Indian style in a big circle at Kenny's room, passing joints both ways. Pot actually had seeds back then, and I remember, like, seeing Kenny struggling with 5 zigzags glued together, trying to make something like he had seen on the cover of a Bob Marley album, and the seeds gently in slow motion rolling down the face of a Pink Floyd album cover into a big glass jar. A big glass jar that was there for no other reason but to catch those seeds. A big glass jar that had been there, it looked like, for years, and it was the size of a goddamn seat cushion. You remember? And for some reason, Kenny had painted the walls black. He painted the ceiling black, too. And right next to the Jimi Hendrix black light poster, you know, the one with the colorful haircut, underneath the black light was a dartboard. None of us, clearly, were very good dart players, because we would throw the darts, and we would inevitably miss the board and hit the black wall right next to it. And we would chip away little tiny dots of black paint, and the white wall underneath would come through in the black light. And after an hour, we'd pretend we were looking out the windshield of the SS Enterprise. We pretend we were looking at stars. It was Saturday night, 1972. And one of those nights, a really pretty girl sitting across from me in the circle looked a lot like this one right here, but with black hair. Pretty Latina girl. She was talking about something, and I tried to get her attention, and I laughed a little too loud, and she flipped the bottle top at me, like this, hit me in the shoulder. And I went, whoa! And she stopped the conversation and said, knock it off, Rob. What are you, a girl or something? Spent the next 2.5 years with that girl. And when the party was over, at about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, that was usually closing time, I'd load my open cadet station wagon with all the PA gear and all the guitars and stuff, and I put Arlene in the shotgun seat. We could drive up about 12 blocks to the junior high school, park in front of her parents' house, and make out as long as I could drag it out. And she'd always tell me, I'll give you one more kiss. You play that ice cream song for me. Well, sometimes so baby, some keep you cool. Sometimes so baby, some keep you cool. Right now, I'm so chill it. I'm rushing, baby, somewhere passing by. I'm rushing, baby, somewhere passing by. And all my family, that goes with the service fine. Check me out. All the things I'm still in there. Baby, someone says, and all my family, that goes with the satisfied. Here we